I've lived in Roseville for about 45 years. After my husband died about 5 years ago, it took me a while to become me, making decisions about spending money or doing this or doing that. One day I just felt really led that I could move out of my 5-bedroom home, not do yard work anymore, not do snow shoveling. So I got to thinking, well, I'm going to need a realtor if I get this ball going. And I knew Tim was available. I know what he's going to do and how great he's going to be. And I just was overwhelmed. I had never bought anything. I had never sold anything. And then we began the journey. Oh my goodness, the journey. Tim walked through the house, kind of jaw dropped, and said, well, this house will sell in 2 days. This was my mission. I knew that it was going to go, but I knew I was going to go to Arizona. And then on the way back, I called him and he said, here's the deal. We have got to find you a place to live. You know, after talking to him and getting down basically what I wanted, I actually thought I wanted a place with a huge deck and an upstairs, downstairs. He just kept encouraging me. He said, just keep an open mind. And that day when he said, there's 5 out there, look at them. This is the one I looked at. And I thought, oh my goodness, why have I not seen this before? They said, no, you can't do this. You can't do this. You can't get a contingency and you can't. To me, though, it's really been my faith that's taken me through this. I mean, I believe that God had a place for me. And for Tim, too, he had to stand up and say, well, I'm going to do this when people are probably telling him, no, it can't be done. It can't be done. Well, it can be done. Go into it with the idea that you're going to have to get rid of stuff and make your decisions. What do you want? And then the family, I just was really praying for a young family because with 5 bedrooms, backyard that's up to a park, they wrote me a letter. And I remember calling Tim and I said, they wrote me this wonderful letter. He says, well, how much is the offer? I says, I don't know. I haven't looked. But it was $6,000 over. You know, any silly question that I ever had, Tim didn't ever put me down for anything. No matter what age you are, he works very well with all ages. One day he called me a truth speaker and a good friend. And I wrote that down. I thought, that's pretty cool. I have a stack of papers this high and all the stuff that I'm signing that I don't have a clue, but I trusted Tim. I trusted him and I knew that it was all going to be okay. And that's a wonderful feeling. You just didn't have to feel like somebody was taking advantage of you or lying to you or making things up. No, there was none of that. I was just talking to my son yesterday and I was telling him what I was going to do. And he just said, that is so great you're doing that. He said, he's one of the good guys. And he says, whatever we can do to help the good guys.